What's up, Facebook Rangers? This is Matt, aka Zeo Red from Ranger Board. I have never made a YouTube video, so this is my first one. I wish it was on a different note. The reason I'm making this video is I had something happen to me recently, and I wanted to share it with you all in hopes of maybe you not making the same mistakes that I did. I want to talk about con safety. And I know that sounds kind of lame, but I feel it's something that I need to address because of what happened to me, and just kind of share my experience with others. I don't think it's something that's talked about very often, and I don't know if that's because it's more common sense or if it's just not something that's thought about. And if that's the case, then I think it's something that needs to be thought about and needs to be discussed, especially if you're going with a group of people to these cons. I've been doing cons for about 10 years now, and a lot of times I have seen parents drop their kids off at cons. And I say kids, I mean like teenagers, 15, 16 years old, sometimes a little bit younger. Kiss them on the cheek and go, have fun, I'll come pick you up on Sunday. And if you are one of those parents, shame on you. I'm serious. Why would you do that? Don't ever do that. That's stupid. Insanely stupid. No, seriously, that's absolutely freaking retarded. Why would you drop your kid off at a strange place like that and just leave them there? Anyway, it does relate. It does relate to my experience, or can relate to it. So I went to Space City Con in Houston, Texas, and this was the second time this con has happened. And the first year was great. The first year was held at a really nice hotel connected to the Galleria Mall. You had everything you needed right there. You didn't even need to leave the hotel. When you parked your car on Friday, you didn't see it again until Sunday. I mean, there was no reason to go anywhere. And it was fantastic. I was just super psyched about this con, and I couldn't wait to go. And I've been in the process of moving, so my life's been really hectic over the last few weeks. So this was a stress release for me, to be able to still get to do this con. I didn't think I was going to be able to, then ended up being able to, and I was really, really happy to do it. So through a series of really bad events, I didn't end up getting there until the end of the night on the first night, and finally got to relax. Finally got to blow off some steam, and my friend Benny was with me, and he and I decided about 2 o'clock in the morning, after everybody kind of started, going to their room parties or whatever it is they do, or going to sleep, whatever, that we were hungry and we needed something to eat, and pizza wasn't going to cut it. Sorry, allergies. Anyway, so we mapped out the nearest gas station and we took a walk. And I know a lot of con goers do this. They'll go out in the middle of the night, they'll go get something from a convenience store, they'll walk back, or they'll go for walks, sometimes by themselves. I really hope that this makes you think about things you might not have thought about beforehand. We got what we wanted. We only walked about a block and a half, and we went through this strip mall parking lot and around a corner over this embankment to get back to the hotel parking lot. And there were these two guys coming from my left side, and I thought to myself, you need to run. You need to run now. Something very bad's about to happen. And just as fast as I had that thought, I had another thought that said, don't be ridiculous. Just because they're two guys out in the middle of the night doesn't mean that they're up to no good. And by the time I had both of those thoughts, they pulled a gun on us. They took our wallets, they took my phone, and they took something else, which I wish I had left in the room. I was very proud to have it. I sold my metallic Golkai silver Ranger key in order to get the money to get this, because I couldn't attend the con that it was sold at. But a lot of Ranger cosplayers and cosplayers in general like to sometimes wear the props, whether they're in costume or not. And I had this on me, and I wish I hadn't. I had a 2013 San Diego Comic-Con Legacy Power Morph, and it was on my belt. They almost let us go, and they didn't. They let us go, but they didn't take the morpher. They let us go, but they took the morpher. My cat distracted me, jumped up on my arcade machine. Moving on. And that was about it. You know, we walked back to the hotel, we called the cops, filed a police report, did everything we were supposed to do, and it was quite scary for me. I've been raised around firearms. My dad's ex-Special Forces. I've been shown what firearms can do. I've been taught to respect them, you know, and to be on the other end of one, for me, was really, really scary. I guess because to know that somebody else at any given moment has the ability to take your life, and that could be the last day you ever see. You know, I mean, any day could be the last day you ever see, but to have it staring you in the face is different. I can only imagine what people in our military might go through on a day-to-day basis, and if you serve in our military, I thank you. So you might be able to handle that differently than I can, but you know, to each their own. So we were able to get through the weekend due to the kindness of some very unexpected people. A few of the celebrities at the con, they were very nice. Their manager took care of us. He was there when I went to make the phone call. You know, gave us money out of his own pocket. Didn't ask for it, just handed it to us. So whatever you guys need, you let me know. And he did, man. He really took care of us. So just for the sake of it, Dutch, if you see this, thank you again. Marshall Teague, Rick Fitz, Steven Stanton, Michael Gregory, all you guys were fantastic. Thank you all so much for your kindness and your generosity in that situation. I don't know what we would have done without you. What I want to go through with you is the mistakes I made, and I don't want anybody else to make these kinds of mistakes. You know, I went out with a lot of valuable things on me, and I came back with none of them. Don't fight. If this ever happens to you, don't fight. Just stay calm, do what they tell you to do, and pray that you walk away safely. Because that was the one thing I did walk away with, which was my life. I can't get that back. Nobody can get that back. Nothing you have on you in a situation like that is worth risking your life over. It's just possessions. Even this is just a possession. As limited as it may be and as expensive as it may be to replace, it's just a possession. If you do decide to go out at night, like a lot of cosplayers and con goers do, don't go alone. Okay? Take somebody with you. Go in a group, whatever you have to do. And if you have a means of defending yourself, I suggest taking it. I'm not saying go out and buy a gun. I'm not saying go get pepper spray. I'm just saying take the necessary precautions. Take only what you need to have with you when you go out. Meaning if whatever you're going to buy is only going to be $8.95, put a $10 bill in your pocket, take your ID if you need it, and that's it. And your room key. Hell, don't even worry about your room key. You can get another one at the front desk. It's not worth it. If it's possible, if you can, drive. If you can't, get a cab. It's worth the cab fare. It's expensive, but still worth it. Scout the area that the con is located in, especially if you've never been there before. You don't know what kind of area that you're going into. Space City moved from one location to another in Houston. Last year it was at the Galleria Mall / hotel. This year it was off of Briar Park in Westheimer, and I hear that that's not a very good area of town. Which, to the guy who runs Space City Con, do your research next time. It's not his fault that we got robbed, but as often as people like to go out and walk around at night, if you put it in a bad area, you are kind of asking for it. Hell, you're asking for it just by going out. I was asking for it by going out, and, well, I got it. That was my fault. It's not the con's fault, but, check yourself before you go out. Check these things out. Leave any valuables you have in your room, or with a friend, or with somebody else. Don't take them with you, man. You don't want this kind of stuff to happen. You don't want to lose the things that you have worked hard and spend your hard hard-earned money on. So that's really all I have to say about that. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I know it's kind of long to get to my point, but I don't want anybody I know or don't know to have to go through that. It's a very scary experience. And if it does happen to you, the best I can say is stay calm. Don't lose your cool. Just, okay, whatever you want, sure, no problem. I know as messed up as it sounds, just be respectful. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it got me through it. Hopefully, if it happens to anybody else, it'll get you through it too. So, hopefully next time my video won't be so depressing or awkward. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.